Hi, I'm Matt Blake, an artist first and creative advertising consultant born here in Kansas City at Baptist Memorial Hospital 50 years ago this past Monday. You've heard the tired cliche of thinking outside the box. Well, this is it. I'm going to be teaching you a new game or procedure which I think can create opportunity locally to possibly globally. So think like James Naismith is going to explain basketball to you. Or maybe this guy from Office Space and jump to conclusions. So this idea came to me as I was contemplating my own art, similar to Dali contemplating camembert cheese melting when he painted The Persistence of Memory. And it's a gumbo of an idea. There's nothing new here, just a different recipe made up of pre-existing ingredients. I'm a generalist, meaning I know a bit about many subjects. So as a generalist, you start to see connections between different disciplines. Sometimes the connections are very clear. Other times they are hard to see. That being said, here's a quick synopsis. What is the Job Spectrum Survey and the problems it addresses? What does the Job Spectrum Survey produce? And how the Job Spectrum generates income. This is Andrew McAfee, whose TED Talk I'm presenting a solution to. In the future, McAfee says, economies run on ideas and innovation, but he only proclaims himself a digital optimist and he offers no specific solutions or direction. So the Job Spectrum is an example of what potential jobs of the future can look like. More and more people, less and less opportunity. How can we design something more inclusive that can also in time compensate jobs that are necessary but woefully and unfairly compensated? Introducing the Job Spectrum Survey, the world's first shared labor, shared revenue, advertising, and marketing mechanized survey. It works kind of like the Nielsen ranking service, except we are ranking our professions instead of TV programs. So how do we all participate in the Job Spectrum Survey mechanism? We sign up, we enter our name, address, and birthday, and then we pick a guild or profession to align to. We're starting with 21 profession groups or guilds to start. This is one way we uniquely divide the participants in the job spectrum. The other way is by your zodiac sign. The job spectrum uses your birthday sign as a benign way to further divide the participants. You will participate in the survey according to your earth, air, fire, or water element group of your sign. The 3-question survey is designed to assign value to the different aspects of our respective professions, the importance of this job to society, the skill involved in performing this job, and the relative ease, desirability, and physicality of performing the job. You only participate 3 times a year, but you will receive monthly compensation because the other element sign groups are working when yours is not. This division of shared labor within the job spectrum creates variety, novelty, and compelling content and data generation. So who's going to advertise on the job spectrum? Up until now, media buyers, sellers, and producers and owners of media channels are the only ones that benefit from advertising. Around and between the 63 survey questions, there will be any variety of web-based advertising that the participant can have the option to watch or skip with a penalty. The job spectrum turns this philosophy around to benefit the viewer of the advertising, the participants who take the survey. 61.8% of the media buy after taxes goes into a monthly purse split between the professions according to the answers of the monthly survey. The purse is divided among the guild members according to the monthly survey results. It works kind of like a golf tournament. The scores from the monthly survey determine the amount of ad revenue split each profession or guilds receive. This is the shared revenue part of the job spectrum. The monthly results of the survey itself point the money hose, or the salad shooter in this case, to the professions that score the highest. In my humble opinion, this is the job spectrum's biggest upside. This process assembles an index of data, just like the stock market. The data index uses this mathematical equation, called the Mandelbrot set, as a lattice on which the results will virtually hang and display. So what are some of the many benefits of putting a mechanism like this in motion? Well, it repurposes pre-existing, annoying, marginalized concepts of advertising and surveys, which everybody hates. It redefines what we think of as labor or work, filling out a survey. And it creates an index or lattice of opportunity that is organized and is governed by the laws of nature. A recognizable analogy for you to relate the job spectrum to is CrossFit. CrossFit didn't exist 10 years ago. But the founder and inventor Greg Glassman took pre-existing concepts and repurposed them into a gamified version of exercise that fit a need that those who were into exercise and working out didn't know they had, the need to compete. But, in my humble opinion, the best trait and the beauty of CrossFit is that it is competitive, but they are not out to destroy the competition. They actively root for and help each other, because the goal of all the work is that they collectively make themselves healthier and better people. This is what today's business world is sadly lacking. It's a need we don't know we have. This is the potential I envision for the job spectrum. It can have the same effect on the world of business by spinning up this altruistic mechanism of repurposed advertising. The conscious capitalism movement is gaining momentum and is a ready-made audience that is searching for solutions, a way to inject altruism, opportunity, education about the jobs we all do, and consciousness into the world of capitalism, of which there is a desperate need. There are many diagnoses of the problems of the world, but very few tangible solutions. All the technology exists for something like the job spectrum to manifest. Like anything worth doing, the public needs to be taught the possibilities, vision, and procedure. Do we have the willpower to make this happen? I say we do. It is my hope that this short presentation has enabled you to glimpse at the true potential that I see the job spectrum offers.